on. It's we talk sports, especially if there's like a business angle to it, particularly financial angle to it. We kind of address that. Not that I'm great with finances, but Edward's a finance guy. But when we were kicking around, what's topical, I just thought, man, yeah, as I was doing as I was doing the shows on TV over the weekend, I was like, man, Tiger, there's something about Tiger. I think he's got a chance to do this. And when I was talking about the perfect people to talk to about this, boom, Patrick Koenig came up in my mind. That's when I contacted you immediately.
Oh, awesome. Well, I love being associated with what happened yesterday.
I know it's great. It's great timing having you on.
It's awesome. All
All
right,
right.
so we're gonna do like a little 2 minute show open, and then we'll get going.
Okay.
All right. All right. So
Good.
here we go. Welcome. You're listening to Sports Econ 101, the show where we discuss sports topics from a business perspective. I'm your host, Edward Brown, along with my co-host, Vern Glentz from CBS affiliate KPIX TV in San Francisco. Bruce McGowan is off today, that rascal.
Yeah, we gave him the day off, but bam, we got somebody coming in, man. I'm normally fired up for doing these shows, but today I'm really fired up. We got a guy coming in that has, let's just say, he's seen a lot of the country
Okay. That'll be
with a
very,
club in his
it'll be
hands.
very interesting. In the next segment, we're going to introduce our guest, and I'll have an interesting question for him too, because he's a golfer
Absolutely,
and
and a fine one.
a fine one. Okay, and I've got a golf story question for him from the standpoint of I think these guys are kind of similar. I know it's not the same guy, but it's kind of similar. So we'll get into that in the next
Golf
segment.
very topical considering what has happened at Augusta National.
Holy smokes!
Yeah.
Well, you know, it was awesome. Was looking at the picture of Earl Woods and Tiger, and then seeing Tiger with his son.
Yeah,
That was
yeah,
pretty
again,
cool.
hugging Charlie in the same spot,
Yeah,
right
yeah.
off the 18th.
I wonder if they didn't plan that, did they?
I think that was just stream of consciousness. Just hey, there's Daddy. Let's hug him.
That's it. Hey, what about that guy who bet $85,000, only 14 to 1 to win the Masters? You know, for Tiger to win it, and he gets paid 1.19 million.
Wow.
14 to 1. But I'm all, who would spend $85,000 on a bet like that?
I just want to meet the guy that's got that kind of fu money
Yeah, well, that's
to
the
kind of
thing.
throw it down.
For being able to risk $85,000 for that. I thought that was pretty cool. All right, so you're listening to Sports Econ 101. This segment of Sports Econ 101 is sponsored by Pacific Private Money, still providing mortgage investments that are currently yielding over 7.5%, secured by real estate without any losses. Can you imagine that?
Any.
And $500 million worth
Right.
of loans, over 1,500 loans, zero losses.
Wow.
There's a reason for that. They're very
That's a great
conservative.
one-loss record.
That's yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
1,500 wins, no losses.
Yeah.
I like that. All right, stay with us. You're listening to Sports Econ 101. We're going to be right back. This thing does it. Okay. All right, so
All right.
that's our little interlude. Let me save the file here, and then Patrick will introduce you.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Let's see here. Save.
These darn laptops.
I know.
Come on. File save.
That's it. That's all you have to do, right? Okay. This is going to be for the show on the 20th.
Yeah, so this show, what we're doing right now, this is going to actually air on Saturday the 20th. And you can catch it on YouTube. Is that right? Edward?
Well, actually, if he goes, let's see, because we're in California here. I mean, the station. Okay, so we're on hundreds of stations across the U.S. But from the standpoint of being where we're in the Bay Area, if you wanted to quote listen live, you'd have to go to Sports Byline USA on Saturday at 1 p.m. and then you can listen to the show quote live. And then other than
So
that,
would he
we'll
have?
have it up.
So would he have to go to where you can pick up Sports Byline USA in the Seattle area? Because that's where he is.
Oh, he's in Seattle.
Yeah, he's
oh.
in Seattle. Yeah.
Gosh, you know what? I don't know where we're playing live.
I'm actually down in Granite Bay now. Seattle's no more, so I'm in Granite Bay.
Granite Bay,
Oh,
as in
okay.
Sacramento, Granite Bay.
Yeah.
Oh, you're
okay.
close.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
So anyway, the if you go on your on your phone or laptop and go to Sports Byline USA at 1 p.m. on Saturday,
Mhm.
there'll be a listen live, and that's when you can actually listen to it live.
Beautiful.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay. If you guys are ready,
Yep.
let's hit it. Oh, by the way, I am streaming this live on YouTube. So, wait for the camera. Okay. Here we go.
Hello, America.
Here we go. Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. Again, I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Vern Glenn. Bruce McGowan is off today. Vern, who's on the phone?
We have got Patrick Koenig on the line, and we talked about golf in the Open. But this guy, I mean, you look up golf nut aficionado in the dictionary. Patrick Koenig's name is right next to it because he is able to do what a lot of us have fantasized about doing. He had a great paying job, but he loved golf so much, he wondered, what would it be like to just take a little time off and just tour the country playing golf virtually every day, and that's what
That's
this
what
fella
Well,
did.
wait, I'm good enough to play mini golf every day. But okay.
No. This
This
isn't
is the
through
real thing.
This is like through the clown's mouth and around. No. This is true blue. Let's just bring him in. Hey, what do you say there, Patrick?
Hey, good morning, fellas.
All right.
Last time I checked golf nuts in the dictionary, I was there smiling.
There you go. I like that. Now Patrick, I have to ask you because I have a client from years ago, a few years. Gosh, this is going back probably 20 years ago. And what this guy decided to do was to play 50 rounds of golf in 50 days. One in every state of the United States, including Alaska and Hawaii. And he did it. I mean, it took him a year to like plan this out with airplane travel and picking courses that were within a few miles of each other, like between the middle states like Colorado, Wyoming, and all that. But you did something a little bit differently.
Yeah, explain to the folks what you did and where the idea came from.
Yeah, well, the idea came from simply a desire just to play a decent amount of golf. And I love golf courses. I love the beauty of them, and I can't get enough. So that's where it arose from. And I said, what's the best way to play the most golf, to see the most courses, and on a reasonable budget, right? And so I said, buy an RV, drive around the country, and just play a different course every day. If you think about the American golf landscape, and there's a great golf course within 2 hours everywhere. Maybe like West Texas is a big gap in there, where there, you might have to drive a little bit more. But other than that, I mean, sometimes you're going 2 miles and you find another great golf course just down the road. So that was where this idea came from. And in total, we played 405 different golf courses. I say we, that's the people that joined me on the tour throughout my journey. They also helped raise $20,000 for the first tee of Greater Seattle, which is a charitable organization that helps kids do the game of golf. And we played 47 states, and I think I drove somewhere like 36,000 miles.
Good gracious.
Wait, so 47 states, and you did it within a year?
Yeah, 365 days. Started in Seattle and finished at Chambers Bay, which is on the coast of Oregon there. I think most golfers are familiar with the mecca of Bandon Dunes.
Oh,
Absolutely,
okay.
yeah. That's where is that where you produced this giant oversized check to the first tee program?
Yeah, I've always wanted to do that. You see the big check. He even had a thing about it, Happy Gilmore. And so I was like, I want to get one of those. And it's actually even better to give one of those. And
Sure.
I presented it to Evan, who's the program director over there at the First Tee Greater Seattle. And it was fun. I could have more fun. Great little video of me handing him the check.
Well, so now, let me back up for a minute here. How many golf, how many rounds of golf did you play in the year?
I probably played 405 different golf courses in 365 days.
I mean, so you played more than one per day.
Yeah, on average. So there were some days where I'd play a lot of 36.
Okay.
Especially in the middle of summer on the East Coast, I was doing like 36 every day, just because there's so much exciting stuff. So I had to see it all. And some days, very rarely would I not play golf. There was maybe 10 days when I didn't play golf on tour for various reasons. But there were some times where I'd play courses twice. So I estimated I probably did 440, 450 rounds of golf.
Yeah.
In some various.
And what's your handicap?
Well, it started off as a 3.
Yeah.
Wow.
Went up to a 5.
Okay.
I was aiming up, like right at the target, like dead right at every hole. Figured that out, and then it got to a +1. Now I'm like a 1 or kind of in that neighborhood, right?
Yeah, my
Yeah, but you're virtually scratched, right? I mean, come on.
talk about sort of pros. I mean, those guys are like plus 10. We're not even close to being as good as those guys.
Well, Vern and I are scratch golfers. We scratch our head and go, "Where'd that ball go?"
I scratch my back.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Scratch my head. Why'd I hit that?
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
My handicap is they don't give me a mulligan on each shot. That's what I need. But I'm just thinking that. See, if you're that good a golfer, what does it take you 3 hours to play around?
I mean, if you want me to set me loose and there's nobody in front of me, and I'll just go. It's under 3 for so if I'm by myself and I'm walking, I can play pretty comfortable in under 3. But I think the good golfers in the PGA Tour sometimes they take 5 hours to play. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, it's funny too. Vern was telling me ahead of time that you didn't use a cart. I mean, I'm sorry, you didn't use a golf cart. I mean, you walked these
Virtually
courses.
walked every course, right?
I walked just about every course that they've let you. Now,
Yeah, some of them don't let you.
In America, they say, "Oh, this is golf. You have to take a golf cart," which is kind of, I'm a golf purist, so that is not always. I'm not going to throw a fit. I usually just kind of go with the flow and hop in a.
Yeah, but even the pros don't carry their own gloves, right? They have a caddy. So
yeah.
Did you figure out how many miles you ended up walking over that year?
Yeah, you'd have one of those little monitors like that marked how many miles you were walking.
Yeah, the pedometer thing. I didn't do one of those. But you can probably figure it out pretty quick. 5 or 6 miles per course times 405. So somewhere in that.
How much weight did you lose?
I ate pretty serious. A lot of new places, and then there's always a good barbecue place down the street.
Yeah.
You got to try. So a lot of meals out, which helped me keep the weight on. People were thinking I was going to be wasting away playing in the hot sun, golfing 36 a day. And I managed to keep a fit weight through the entire tour.
So I'm trying to present this picture. Okay, so you go from state to state, course to course, and let's face it. I mean, on some of the nicer courses, you're seeing high quality cars rolling up to park, you get the clubs out to go play. Here you go. You come rolling up in an RV. Give me a sense of the looks that you were getting.
Oh my God! So that was actually one of my favorite things. So the first couple, you're like, oh, you're kind of nervous. Then you're doing it every day, and you go up to these fancy clubs, and the looks that you get are priceless because it's mostly confusion.
Yeah.
Some is like borderline anger, like how dare you? And some people are just they love it. They love the idea. And so it was always interesting. Every time I pulled someplace, I had a story to tell. I honestly never got tired of telling the story. And the security guards were always one of my favorite parts of the day. And most of the time I think you're lost. You couldn't be playing golf driving in the dark.
Yeah, but you must have had at some point the word must have gotten around.
Yeah, some people would see it coming and know exactly what it was.
Yeah.
And you recognize. I mean, there was a streak of I think 5 days in a row where somebody had recognized me and went out of their way to say hi or this is awesome or whatever the case may be. So it makes you feel like, hey, I'm a big time celebrity, but very niche little world that I exist in the golf net world.
All right, tell you what, stay with us, Patrick. We got to cut to a break because I want to ask you when we get back the fact that you had to save a lot of money just to be able to take a year off, and then you had to spend money to play golf. So we'll get into the numbers in just a minute here. All right, here's our first trivia question, and we're talking, let's see, just tough sports trivia questions.
Tough sport trivia. Okay, don't bark out the answer, Patrick.
Yeah, because we want the audience to take a guess at this one. All right. This one actually is this one's easier than the average one. Okay, what NFL team was penalized in 2012 for putting bounties out on opposing offensive players? They got penalized.
In 2012?
In 2012.
I think I have an idea.
I'm sure you know the answer to that. All right. Email Edward at sportsecon101.com the answer to that question. All right. What NFL team was penalized in 2012 for putting bounties out on opposing offensive players? Stay with us. You're listening to Sports Econ 101. We'll be right back. All right. So that's a segment there.
Okay.
Cool.
Fun stuff, huh? Vern and I always have a lot of fun.
Oh yeah. that file. Go on to the next segment.
Computer's a little slow, but we'll get
It's okay. Really appreciate you joining us, Patrick, man. This is
Yeah.
great. This is great
Oh, I
stuff.
love
Fun stuff.
talking. It's actually my pleasure.
All right. Let's hit the next. We'll answer the trivia question and we'll continue on.
All right.
All right. And away we go. Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. One more time. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Vern Glenn, CBS affiliate APIX TV in San Francisco, and our special guest, Patrick Koenig. Is that how you pronounce it?
Koenig.
Koenig?
Koenig, yeah.
Okay, because I know someone else who has the same name. It's Koenig. That's
Mm.
how he pronounces it. But okay. All right. What NFL team? This is our first trivia question. What NFL team was penalized in 2012 for putting bounties out on opposing offensive players?
I'm going to answer with the New Orleans Saints.
You are correct.
Yeah, headlined by the defensive coordinator Greg Williams. It had that bounty put out there, and they got
They
on that
got,
one.
they got caught. All right. Now, our a special guest, Patrick, is a golfer, and he went around the country in an RV.
And not just an RV, Patrick. It was an RGV.
That's right. When I bought it, it was an RV, and I turned it into a recreational golf. So some of the amenities, you say, what is an RV?
Yeah.
Have different from an RV. We've got a rooftop driving range on this thing. Stan's favorite. Never got tired of hitting shots off the top of the RGV into various targets. It's portable, so you can go anywhere with that.
Yeah.
And then off the back, we had a cat scooter, which is basically a little moped or scooter that you put your golf clubs on the back and drive around. So I sorted that around, and then I was scooting around when I wasn't walking the courses. I take that thing out there for some fun. So it was versatile, and then obviously filled with all the swag and all
Sure.
the latest memorabilia that you can imagine.
So let me ask you, because obviously you got to plan this thing out because you're traveling around in the RV. You got to know all these various courses around the country, and you took a year off from work. You didn't work at all during that year, did you?
No, I mean, I was constantly doing stuff. I'm a golf photographer, so I'm editing photos every day. And then I'm doing the social media, and I actually started a podcast as well. And then you're planning the route. Every day something new comes along. You get a new tee time, you get new people reaching out, you want to play with other people. And so I've stayed extremely busy. Plus, then you got to do 36 in golf every day and drive.
Oh yeah.
But I did not have a job. I didn't have a steady paycheck coming in like I did before I took off for this tour.
So how much did you have to save in order to start this endeavor?
So I budgeted about I was generous, and I budgeted around like $60,000 to this all in. And one of the things that was surprising and fantastic was I budgeted a lot of money for green fees. And then as I moved around, the amount of free golf that I received from either golf courses or people that were excited to have me in town was unbelievable. The generosity of the people that supported this tour was wild. Obviously, they donated money to the first tee as they played, and a lot of these folks took care of green fees and had me as their guest. So that big budget item was cut in half. And so that was nice to have a little extra money for more gas.
And what was the most expensive course that it cost to play?
Oh, I mean, I don't think I paid too much. I mean, when you got to the kind of, there's a couple of them out there that were a couple of $100. I think maybe I played, but I didn't pay anything like the 500 or whatever it is now to play, say, Pebble Beach, or I think Whistling Straits is up there like $400.
Wow.
Some of those are some of the most expensive tee times in America, and I didn't pay them for the guys who played Pebble or Whistling Straits this time. But it was pretty cheap.
Speaking of Pebble, you got to play Cypress, man.
Oh, yes.
Oh, man, that's one of the holy grails in all of golf.
Yeah, and not every golfer is aware of it, which always surprised me because it's so unbelievable. I had my eye on it he's just as a golf photographer and just a place of beauty. You're not even a golfer. It's just amazing. And then the history and the architecture there, which is always in the top three golf courses in America. And I got the call. One of my buddies called me up and said, what are you doing March 30th? And I said, whatever you want me to be doing. And it was a tea time at Cypress Point. So I was in Nashville at the time, and I said, I can't get this. I never know if I'll get another chance to play. And I jumped on a plane and went to Cypress Point, and I played golf, and it was fantastic. It was every bit worth it for me.
That's almost where you want to play lousy just so you can spend more time.
Right.
That's amazing.
Yeah. It just yeah, this is terrific. And I was fortunate enough to play a few holes with him
Oh,
when he played the Presidio. I mean, the Presidio here in San Francisco. I mean, they rolled out the red carpet for him. I mean, they had a space for him where you could put the
really?
RGB band and they gave him a nice breakfast and off he went.
Wow. What was one of your more memorable moments during this endeavor?
Well, I mean, we got to talk about the Presidio and then Vern. It was more of a pleasure to play with Vern. As I did the first couple holes, and he was filming a segment for the news. And he down the camera, picked up the putter, and just started rolling things in from all over the place.
It's funny because I've played with Bird, and he's actually pretty good. You know,
Gosh.
he's like one of those cobras who coils up and then just strikes out, and hits the ball really far.
I'm a golf sprinter. I mean, I'm good for a few
Okay,
holes,
yeah.
but for 18,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I hear you. I'm kind of the same way. Sometimes you get in those grooves where it's like I'm hitting 260 straight, but then the short game is nothing.
Yeah, yeah,
Hard to
absolutely.
get them all together.
So let me follow up. So the tour ends. You gave away the money. So how have you segued into everyday quote normal close quote life?
I'm sorry, say that again?
How have you segued from
Yeah.
the year long tour into a normal life?
Oh, yeah. So that's, it's not fun going from playing golf every day and back into it. Although it's a change. So I haven't resurfaced in the real job scene yet because I'm doing a lot of golf photography and travel and kind of eking by on some paychecks here to there. So, later on today, I'm going to the Life World Long Drive competition in Scottsdale. I've been doing some coverage for that out there. So I've got these great trips planned, and I'm still traveling. I'll never give up traveling or golfing and sharing my experiences with people. But I'm kind of I like to say I'm a free agent right now, kind of looking around to see what my next journey is, and nothing permanent right now.
Prior to golf, what was your profession?
I'm a sales guy. So I was in tech and telecommunication sales, and I sold medium-sized businesses, which a lot of people do, and you can make some good money. And I love doing it, but the passion for golf is you both know strong, and it was pulling me in the direction, and I gave into it. So I'll see if I can create a career out of that, which would be amazing. But I've always loved the sales as well.
Well, how's this for a segue? Speaking of passion for golf and making money, uh, how did you enjoy the shots that you saw of what Tiger Woods did on a Sunday afternoon at Augusta National? They're calling it the greatest comeback in the history of sports. Period.
Yeah, I don't think that is an inaccurate statement. Obviously, the discussions need to be had with some of the other big comebacks, but I mean, let's be honest, it's us in our world and in the golf world. This is like nothing else that we'd ever seen before. And I think most golf fans could kind of see it coming after he put win number 80 at the Tour Championship last year. But I mean, to see it actually happen after such a long drought.
Well, the injuries. It's one thing to just kind of say, yeah, I'm just getting older or whatever, but I mean, he had back
Yeah,
surgery and
the
all
back,
the
the
knee,
knee, and then the whole infidelity
yeah,
drama. I mean, look, I mean, the ranking just plummeted into the thousands. He came into this week, I believe, he was ranked 12th in the world, and but he was. What do you think, Patrick? I mean, I think he was striking the ball well as of late. It was just a matter of that putter coming together.
when he won by one stroke.
Yeah, yeah, he won by one stroke, but I will say this: what do you think the turning point was on Sunday's round? Personally, for me, I thought it was the 12th hole. You?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's any question about it. That was the turning point, and then the defining moment of the 2019 Masters was Tiger's golf shot on the 16th hole, and I loved every freaking second of that. He just gets into the lead. Tiger's in the lead. He's got three to play. Tiger's in the lead. I'm losing my mind. And so is Merrick, and he walks up to the 16th hole, and you're just thrilled. I mean, I don't even know what's going on, and I'm trying to tweet out stuff, but you're watching history happen, and then he hits that shot. And those familiar with the 6th hole, the par 3 over water, it's got a little ridge in the center of the green. They always put that Sunday pin down on the left-hand side.
Mm-hmm.
The trick is to play right in the middle of the green, right off that ridge, and then it will release down to the hole. And there's a couple aces. I think DeChambeau got one. He got one earlier that day. And Tiger hits the perfect golf shot in one of the most dramatic moments in the game. This ball comes down. And I love the replay of him just staring this thing down. Come on. Wanted to just rumble through the roared rumble through America. If that ball would have went in, it would have been the greatest shot in the history of all golf shots.
Oh, bad. Yeah, I still remember 27 years ago where it did rolled, stood on the lip for a while, and then finally.
Oh, that popped in. Yeah, that was a terrific shot. But yeah, but the 16th, that's also the famous hole where Jack Nicklaus, then 46 years old. I mean, he hit it and he just kind of followed it, and boom, it just kind of went in on the way to his sixth.
All right, stay with us, guys. So here's our second trivia question. What PGA golfer was suspended for using deer antler spray?
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that.
I totally didn't remember that one. All right, stay with us. Sports Econ 101. We'll be right back. We're gonna have to have a golf question.
Antler spray. Gosh, I'm trying to remember. Oh, you remember that one, Patrick?
Oh, very well.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll let you answer it on the air.
Yeah.
Save this file here. If you want to stay with us for one last segment, that'll be.
Yeah, then we'll give you a terrific send off.
Yeah. And then if you want to promote something like.
Yeah, if you got something to plug, Patrick. Yeah, website, whatever. Yeah, this is if people can find you. Yeah, we'll definitely bump that up.
I'm talking writing a book about the experience now, which is
great.
That'd be neat.
Cool experience.
All right. Check this off, and away we go. Well, welcome back to Sports Econ 101. Edward Brown here, Vern Glenn over there, our special guest Patrick Koenig on the phone. Okay, here's our second trivia question. What PGA golfer was suspended for using deer antler spray?
Patrick?
Oh, that's
BJ Singh, yeah. The spray contains substance banned by the PGA Tour. Now, did he spray it? Did he ingest it, or did he spray it on his clubs, or what?
I think he just is like a topical spray, is from what I understand. And there was a big lawsuit afterwards where BJ sued the PGA Tour for defamation of character. I think they settled out of court, so it was controversial. It wasn't a clear-cut case of BJ using dope. It doesn't really do all that much.
So it's a topical spray that you put on your person.
Yeah.
Okay, sort of like clear for
Right. So seep into your pores and then.
Oh.
Yeah.
Deer antler spray. Who would think of that?
Well, who knows?
I don't know.
Better than taking elven tranquilizers. Okay.
So Patrick, so you've kind of you're a free agent now. Your passion still burns bright, for the game, and so now you're translating your experiences into print.
Yeah, so that's a new thing. So I said, enough people said, "Are you going to write a book? Are you going to print a book? You got to write a book." And I buy the book. So I was like, "Fine, I'll write a book." And so I at least got those people that have already given me pre-orders for my. And I did a decent amount of blogging, and so you can't just take the blog and turn it into a book, because as you go through the blog, you're like, "Oh, there's so much more to the story than I put in the blog." It's very brief, because I was doing a lot of other things at the time. And so I could really turn this into a beautiful book. And the book is
into like really bad weather where you had to suspend playing golf?
I mean, so I was just thinking about that. I was like, how did I not run into more bad weather?
Yeah.
So
Right.
Like never. Yeah, I don't remember there was snow play in anything. So we did run into snow. It prevented me from playing in Nebraska. That was a gamble, and it was my very last game too that I was going to do, and it was covered in snow. It melted a couple weeks later, but I was like, I got to go. I got to move on to New Mexico at that point in time. So I only that was the only one that really sticks out. And then I'll play in the rain. And the best part about just being fully committed to play no matter what is that most of the time the weather's not as bad as you think, and then everybody else is freaked out. And then I couldn't tell you how many times I had the course to myself with rain on the forecast. It really worked out.
Huh.
Well, at least it wasn't weather like Carl from Caddyshack, the driving rainstorm.
Yes,
How long did it?
days like that.
I'm not sure if I asked you. How long did it take you to plan out this whole trip?
Well, I mean, if you talk about all the impromptu planning, so it was kind of I planned it as I went.
Okay.
So I had dates and weeks, and then I had the golf courses, and then the people that had reached out said, hey, when you come here, we'll play. So that's kind of like a loose plan. You don't get a tee time for August 13th at 2 p.m. on the books back in January. But so there was a lot of planning in the initial setup stages. So about a month, honestly, that was kind of my job.
Yeah, because you got to go. Okay, I'm going to drive to New Mexico. I'm going to drive to Texas.
Right.
You know, and
Right.
figure out where to play in all these different
Yeah,
states.
And the logistics, and then also some of the partners that helped me out with it, getting the RGB ready, some of the details on the side, getting promotional ideas, coordinating the site with the first tee of Greater Seattle tournaments. I mean, you can go on and on. Number of things you can work on a golf tour.
When you saved a fortune by not staying in hotels.
Oh, it would have been exhausting.
Yeah.
Well, that packing,
Yeah.
place every night. And I tell you, there was something comforting about, after you're done playing around golf, your house is in the parking lot.
Yeah. Well, that's the other thing is that a lot of places you're not allowed to bring an RV and park. So did you have to? That's another thing. I mean, unless the golf course was going to let you stay there, you'd have to find another place to park the RV at night.
Right.
Right. So that's a good fun little exploration every night. And I got pretty good.
Where's the Walmart?
Mm-hmm.
There's Walmart,
Yeah.
rest stops are like pretty good go-tos. Loved it with golf courses. Be like, yeah, just park in the parking lot overnight. Someone would be like, no, you can't. That's another option. And then I had friends of friends. They'd be like, no, just park in my driveway. You can plug in their outlet. So like that's something that happened was a really cool thing. And then sometimes you're just totally screwed and there's no place to park. Usually in like the bigger cities, and then you got to get creative.
And you got to find a dump station.
Yeah, you got to get
Yeah.
skilled extra. So sometimes we had probably 3 or 4 times cops would knock on the door and say, you can't park here.
Yeah.
And usually they tell you where to go. So it's a very,
That's nice.
very nice. I mean, I think that they just don't want the sort of guys that are like doing drugs and, lots and parking lots and providing that seedy element. And,
Or using the top of their van to hit golf balls somewhere.
yeah, right over the wall.
Yeah.
Walmart.
So you've got memories to last a lifetime. You got a book in the works. You got a target time as to the release of this book?
No, I mean, I'm getting through. I've kind of gotten the first draft is coming together here, and then as my good friend Tom Boyne says, he's also a golf book writer. Great books, Course Called Ireland, Scotland. He tells me the work is in the revision, and so I'm a first
Right.
author. So he said I pretty much am going to listen to, and we'll see. So I think it's going to get only better and better. I'm excited about it right now, and I think people are gonna love it. It's digestible. It's fun. It's gonna be. I tell people it's gonna be the greatest golf book ever written. Maybe overselling it.
That's a way to do it, though. How would people look it up or get a hold of you?
Well, see, you could Google RGB Tour. I have a decent following on Facebook and Twitter. It's PJ Koenig on Instagram, and you just do pictures of golf courses and occasionally a picture of me doing something stupid on there. And those are my social media sites, and then pjkoenig.com is my website. And the book, maybe a year,
You'll have to check back with us in a year.
Yeah, yeah, then he's got to do a book tour.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
How many holes in one did you get during that year?
Oh, so this is a good one. It's a good, one of my favorite chapters to write. It's a kind of the theme of what I learned from the Econ. It was priority number 3 on the archery tour. First 2 were to have fun and raise money for the first tee. Accomplished both of those in spades. But the third one was to make a hole-in-one. I had 0 hole-in-ones in my life, and I forget the actual numbers that it was something like I'm 0 for like 2 million. I mean, a lot.
Okay.
And so that was one of the goals. And I had this great. Well, within the tour alone on par threes, I had 18 golf balls that came within 2 feet of the hole going in. None of them went in. I got the hole in one.
Wow. Yeah, I heard that for an average golfer, it's one every 37 years. And I actually got one when I was 19 on 165.
Wow, look at you,
yeah.
Edward.
I got lucky. I hit it about 20
Wow.
about 20 feet before the green, and it just rolled and then popped right in. And it was exciting, I gotta say.
Wow, Edward's an exclusive club.
Yeah,
Club.
Fortunately,
Wow.
there was nobody in the clubhouse for me to have to buy a round of drinks or whatever. Actually, in Japan, they buy hole-in-one insurance because you're expected to buy like about $10,000 worth of gifts for people. So they actually sell hole-in-one insurance.
Jeez,
In Japan, yeah.
Take
You're probably
that.
lucky you didn't. Well, Patrick, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for joining us on Sports Econ 101. We'll definitely have to have you back next year when your book comes out.
Yeah, I can't wait to keep following you on social media and your adventures, man.
It's amazing you haven't gotten tired of playing golf with all that golf.
Oh, him? This guy?
No.
Never.
Yeah, I love it so much. I never get tired of it. And hey guys, thanks for having me on.
Absolutely. It's a real pleasure. Thanks, Patrick.
All right, man.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, it's absolute one of my favorite guys that I've met in as far as like doing human interest stories. I mean, he is right up there.
He was a very nice young man.
Yes.
We
yes,
call him
indeed.
young because you and I are in our 50s. And
Yeah.
He's in his 30s or something, right? All right, so we got some fun stuff here. This is about Chuck Norris, right?
Oh,
And so this kind of, these sort of silly Chuck Norris things. Says Chuck Norris died 20 years ago. Death just hasn't built up enough courage to tell him yet.
right.
And Chuck Norris has already been to Mars. That's why there are no signs of life. Fear of spiders is arachnophobia. Fear of tight spaces is claustrophobia. Fear of Chuck Norris is called logic.
Whoa, wow. You know, he was in one of Bruce Lee's first movies.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was in Enter the Dragon.
Oh.
Yeah, because he's like this. He was a big time martial arts guy.
Well, wasn't Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in that one too? Enter the Dragon or Return of the Dragon or something?
Return of the one of those.
He was one
Yeah,
of those.
yeah.
Funny,
In fact, I talked to Kareem about that scene that they shot in Tokyo, I believe.
Yeah.
And it was just in this cramped apartment room, and they
Oh, it's
choreographed everything, and they were able to kind of get it done.
It's hard to imagine Kareem in a small apartment at all.
Yeah, that's made it crazy.
All right, so here, Chuck Norris doesn't call the wrong number. You answered the wrong phone. Let's see. I answered a few here. It's kind of funny. Once the cop pulled over Chuck Norris, the cop was lucky to leave with a warning. Chuck Norris has a grizzly bear carpet in his room. The bear isn't dead; it's just afraid to move. Let's see here. Death once had a near Chuck Norris experience. Okay, and then Chuck Norris will never have a heart attack. His heart isn't nearly foolish enough to attack him. All right, so we already talked about the guy who bet $85,000, 14 to. It's funny. Tiger was only quote only 14 to 1.
Yeah.
How big was the field?
Well, you start with 156 players, and then the field is whittled down where you have to make a cut, and so you have maybe 70 players playing the weekend.
Yeah, if this was a few years ago, that would not have been 14 to 1. It
No.
would have been 140 to 1.
Yeah, exactly. But again, as we were talking about with our guest, he had been playing better recently, and in fact, won the Tour Championship last year, and he came within a couple of shots of winning the PGA Championship last year.
Yeah.
And the PGA Championship is coming up again. It's coming up in May 13th at Bethpage out on Long Island, and
He's
Tiger's got to be
8 to 1.
he's got to be looked at one of the favorites to take that one. So he's got 15 majors. Jack Nicklaus has 18 majors.
Yeah.
So now the discussion is coming again: is can he catch
Yeah.
Jack Nicklaus?
43 years old, maybe. Craig Kimbrell, he's not getting any offers yet. He wanted a 6-year, $100 million contract, and it seems like no team wants to give a 6-year contract to a closer. You found that experience?
6 years for a closer? What? So it depends on how old the closer is.
Yeah.
The closer's in his 20s, yeah, okay, hey, but early 30s, not for 6 years.
Yeah, because a lot of these guys, they seem like they'll have 1 or 2 good years, and then they just, and now someone like Eckersley had, a nice long career, but
Eckersley started. He began his career as a
a
starter.
yeah, for the Cubs and the Red
But
Sox.
where he really, in fact, he's got a no hitter in
Yeah,
his
right.
major league career.
Yeah.
But where he really made his bones was when Tony La Russa made him a closer for the A's, and they just went raging.
Yep.
In fact, there used to be a time where when he came in the game, we'd start cutting highlights
There you go.
because it was over.
All right, quick question here. What NFL quarterback kicked a 91-yard punt? That's our
Wow.
trivia question. All right, it happened in the pros. All right,
Is it current player?
No.
No.
Stay
Okay.
with us. Sportico 101. We'll be right back with some closing comments. Almost lost time on that one. All right. I like getting these guests on. They're kind of fun.
Mhm.
Really appreciate it.
Especially when it's topical. You know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, my friend. Well, you met my friend Greg Galassa.
Mhm.
Yeah. Because I was going to get him just in case.
Yeah, this guy was good because not only did he know golf, he had golf stories, and he had he had that story up behind him. So
I just can't see playing. It's so funny because my sport was bowling. I can't see bowling in all these different bowling.
could you imagine? Yeah, could you imagine? Bowling in you could bowl in on all 50 states.
Oh sure, but it's not like the beautiful outdoors of bowling.
Yeah.
You got to see beautiful scenery.
Oh, the smell of the pine on the floor.
That's it exactly. Bowling alleys have their own.
Alley
smell.
number 19.
Yeah. You know what's funny is I still have good memories. Anytime I smell something like when I go into a bowling alley, it still brings back actually good memories.
I didn't know. I didn't know that you had you would have a regular ball, and then you would have a spare ball. I guess the spare
You know what? We
ball.
didn't have that when I was.
Didn't have that?
No, they came out with that about 20 years ago. Yeah.
And I also did a story on a guy that does the two-hand bowling.
Yeah,
Wow.
again, that started after I was out of it. Yeah, it's amazing how good some of these guys
These
are.
guys, I mean, just the speed, the ball speed,
Yeah.
or what do you want to
Well,
call it?
yeah, put a lot of curve.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing how accurate they are
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
Well, mostly on their strikes.
Mhm.
Spares is a little tougher. Yeah, because these guys who throw a big hook, they need something that doesn't have a lot of side weight if they're going to shoot like for a 10-pin.
Mhm.
It has to be something that can be thrown straight. All right.
All right.
Okay, let's finish this bad boy up.
Headed for home.
Welcome back to Sports Econ 101. Last time for today. I'm Edward Brown, your host, along with Vern Glenn, because Bruce McGowan is off today. Third trivia question. What NFL quarterback kicked a 91-yard punt? And I got to assume it wasn't a quick kick.
Bobby Lane? That's just a guess.
No, it's sooner than that. Not
More
too long
present
ago.
day than Bobby
No,
Lane.
let's put it this way. It's 1989, and it was against the New York Giants. He played for 2 teams.
Was he a starting quarterback?
Yeah.
A starting quarterback.
He was very good.
87. What?
1989 against the New York Giants. Now I think he finished off his career with the Vikings, but he started off with the Eagles.
Wow.
Come on, who's one of your favorite quarterbacks for the Eagles? Going back, and it's not Norm Van Blocken. That's going back too far.
Come on. Randall Cunningham?
Yes.
Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
91-yard punt. And apparently that's the 4th largest. I remember hearing Sammy Baugh kick the 98-yard one.
I believe that. Slinging Sammy Baugh.
Exactly. I mean, you got to be just like, that thing's got to just hit right, just keep bouncing and
just
bouncing.
keep rolling.
And probably over the returner's head, because that way he couldn't chase it, just keep going.
And if it had been in cold weather where the field's kind of hard, you get more bounce.
Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was going to say, if it's on AstroTurf, it's probably I could found that women who carry a little extra weight live longer than the men who mention it.
Oh yeah, you think?
Yeah. Fortunately, I'm still here, so I have not mentioned
Right,
if that's
yeah.
been the situation. But okay, all right. Well, next week Bruce will be back with us.
Full strength.
Full strength. Yeah. Hopefully, we'll get a guest. Otherwise, it'll just be the three of us, which is always fine.
Taking around solving the problems of the world.
That's it. All
On
right.
Sports Econ 101.
That's it. Okay. Tune in next week to Sports Econ 101. We're going to be discussing sports topics from a business perspective and asking more sports trivia questions. Thanks for listening. On behalf of our team, I'm your host, Edward Brown. We'll see you next week.
Good night, America.
So long. That's it, baby.
All right.
Excellent, Tito.
I'll get a little selfie shot of you and me, and we'll send it to Patrick.
All right. So he doesn't live here.
He now lives in Granite Bay, which is right down the street from Dusty Baker. Nice part of Sacramento. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right.
Excellent. Save this file. Oh, Bruce is doing okay.
Yeah, he's having. Oh, it's today. Oh, wow.
Today. That's why he's not here. Oh, he's having the afternoon because remember I said, well, you want to come in when you guys I gotta,
Right. Let's do that now.
That would be nice.
It's funny. All these women have weight. It's this is a nation of forgive, maybe not forget, but forgive. And it's also a nation that we just love the comeback story. Okay,
yeah.
So with Tiger,
yeah.
but I mentioned this. I did a radio show yesterday, and I mentioned it. How it's just interesting that here's a guy, Tiger Woods, who in 2009 committed one of the most unspeakable things that a married man could do.
Yeah.
And yet, here we are, present day. He wins the Masters.
Yeah.
The number of women in the gallery or who have like responded on social media about, oh, look at it. They just love the guy. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Because it's not like he's done anything family wise, right? I mean, I'm trying to think of what has he done to basically like ask for forgiveness or whatever. You know what I mean?
He did. He did the right thing. I mean, it was so bad, but that he remember he took it head on. He had that big press conference.
That was years ago.
Yeah. Where he
he got clean in the
yeah. It was what's the word? Showed the contrition.
Yeah.
And this, that, the other. So he he didn't deny or anything like that. I mean, it just he went ahead and
women were pretty good about
he
that.
went ahead and just took the heat, boom, right away. But still, I mean, it was a public relations kind of disaster.
Yeah.
And he lost all these sponsors. Nike never left him. They stuck with him, and then here we are 10 years later. Makes the comeback, and and there's just none of the women just love that just because that.
Well,
from my wife to her girlfriends who wouldn't normally watch golf at all, but because of him, they stopped what they were doing.
Is that right?
To see what was happening. Yeah,
that's amazing.
Yeah, it's called the Tiger effect.
Yeah. Well, I mean, everybody was rooting for him many, many years ago. You know.
Patrick. Awesome times, Vern. Looking forward to the next time already.
Yeah. All right. There you go.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
He just seems like a good guy.
Yeah.
Like a good guy. We're playing that much golf. Well, again, because I'm only as good as
Mm-hmm.
I am. You know. I mean, if I was a lot better, I probably would really enjoy it more. And I do have fun, but personally, I like scrambles because I like to look and go, my bad shot. Who cares what
Right,
happens?
right.
To play from here.
Right. Right. Well, he's passionate about it. Probably how you were with bowling. It just it's just and he's good at it too.
Yeah.
You know. So.
Oh, that's true. I mean, I was definitely very, very passionate about it. You know, now you get older, it's kind of like you get onto other things. You got
Right.
family and
Right.
your interests change.
Yeah. Now Patrick, he's married, no kids. You know. So
Yeah.
so he doesn't have that hanging over his head. He doesn't have that cost.
Did his
You know?
wife
Join him? Yeah.
for some of the
From time to time, yeah,
Okay.
because I believe she had to work, not him.
Well, you know,
Yeah.
he spent the money. She saved the money. He
To
spent
save the money,
Yeah.
he took the budget and tried not to go over it.
Well, if he had all these people paying for green fees and stuff, that
That helped.
So let's see.
Especially if a golf course, finds out he wants to play, and it's like, oh, the first tee, because there's a program like that in every big town. So
Okay.
yeah, first tee program it's pretty well known in golf circles. So
All right, let's do it on Tuesday next week because Monday I might have to go up to San Rosa for a foreclosure.
okay,
So I'll text both of you guys.
all right,
10 a.m. to Tuesday.
I'm around.
Thank you, sir.
I'm around. All righty.
All right.
Until next time. Adieu.
Indeed. Warriors tonight.
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah. Live in the 4, the 5, the 6, the 7, the 10, and the 11.
You can be there the whole.
Yeah. We have a streaming webcast at 4, so I'll be on the floor for that. We have another streaming webcast at 5. Then we have the regular Channel 5 news at 6. I think I'll be on the floor for that, and then after the 6th, then we have to move from the floor to outside because the game's at 7:30. You have to be off the floor at a certain time.
And then so you just have to cover other sports and stuff. I mean, because what are you gonna do all that the rest of that time? You have to look at other sports that are going on.
Well, it'll be a regular sportscast, so it's the A's doing this, the Giants doing this, but the focus will be on the Warriors in Game 1.
And holy smokes, Damian Lillard.
Game
man,
2, Game 3 is Game 2. Yeah.
Game 2, yeah. Damian Lillard was pulling a Steph Curry, wasn't he? Holy smokes, look at this 37 feet.
They call him the Great Dame. Yep. Yeah, he's pretty good.
Oh yeah.
All right, man. Until next time.
Until next time. Thank you, sir.
Leave it closed.
You can leave it open. Bye. All right. So
There you go.
All right, sir. Tuesday next week. That's what we do. All right. Next, Sports Econ 101 recording is Tuesday, May 23rd. April 23rd at 10 a.m. See you then. All right, so this is the end of Sports Econ 101 for today, and we substituted out a best of investing show because where we were going to be recording it, we didn't have the YouTube set up, so we figured, okay, well, for CMCM TV, we're going to have the best of investing, but it'll be Sports Econ 101. Kind of fun. I do a show with Bruce McGowan and Vern Glenn. Bruce was off today. So it was just Vern and me and our guest Patrick, who played a lot of golf, as you heard from the show. So we've got about 30 seconds here before we have to cut off. We have a 56-minute show that we do for the television station, which hopefully this worked. I'll find out later. Hopefully the television station will say, Edward, you did it correctly. That's the important thing. Edward, you did it correctly. Those are the words I want to hear. Edward, you did it correctly. Got that? All right. 10 seconds left. Take a little drink of water. And until next time, we will see you all later. Either it'll be the Best of Investing radio show or Speaks Sports Econ 101, which airs on hundreds of stations across the U.S. We are syndicated. See you soon.